Hi, everybody. This is Silvio Canto in Dallas, Texas on Monday, June the 11th, and welcome to our video commentary. Well, it's been a pretty amazing week for President Trump. He stopped at the G7 and he's now already in Singapore, and we'll see what happens when he meets the leader of North Korea. But that will be the news of the week, to say the least. But a little bit of controversy up at the G7 with Merkel, the leader of Germany, Chancellor Merkel, Prime Minister Trudeau of Canada, and of course the President of France, Mr. Macron. And I think when you see the attacks of these leaders on President Trump, you have to understand that these three leaders right now are not doing very well back home. You know, Macron has terrible approval ratings. Merkel is extremely unpopular, and Trudeau is starting to get unpopular. He's in negative territory for the first time. So these three leaders probably could benefit politically by picking a fight with President Trump. And I think a lot of their statements have a lot to do with that. But with respect to the Canadians in particular, look, we've been down this road before. I remember the softwood lumber issue about 10 or 15 years ago. And I don't criticize the Canadians for wanting to defend their wood industry or whatever industry. I mean, look, that's Canada. They have a right to do that. But I think what I found silly about Trudeau is when he goes after Trump over tariffs, when his country puts tariffs on the United States. I mean, I think that was the reason that President Trump got upset. I don't think any of this is going to matter that much because, as I say, we're moving on, and we're moving on to North Korea in a few days. That's going to be the topic of the day. But I believe in free trade, but free trade, when you have tariffs, against the United States, whether it's the European Union or Canada, well, that's not free trade. And I think we need to take care of those tariffs before we start criticizing the United States for wanting to impose its own tariffs on your country. So drop the tariffs, and I'm sure that we're all going to be a lot better off. We have all of these commentaries over at YouTube, on Twitter, and on my blog. And if June 11th is your birthday, have a great day. Bye-bye, everybody.